Custom-Made Jewelry by Sylvia Findings, Richmond, BC, Canada. Begin your creative journey right here. Metal and Diamond Analysis Service.
Hi, my name is Mark Leroux for Sylvia Findings. Over the years, I've found that one of the biggest concerns customers have is regarding the purity of the material that they're getting. Even though mostly everything on the market that's sold as sterling is stamped with 925, you can never really be totally 100% sure that what you're getting is actually sterling. You know, even some of the biggest dealers around the world are getting stuff from small factories all over the world, and you know, they mix their own alloys. You can never really know for sure that what you're getting is actually sterling silver or 14 karat, 18 karat gold, whatever the alloys are. So to allay those fears in our customers, we have Fisher Thermal Scientific X-ray fluorescence analyzer. We have one here at the office, and we have another bigger version of this at our factory that we use to spot check the alloys as we're making them. So you can always be absolutely 100% sure, give you peace of mind that what you're getting is actually sterling silver or gold. You're welcome to send anything of ours that you've bought for us to analyze. If you don't believe it, we can print an analysis report. I've even done Zoom calls with customers who, you know, hey, I want to buy one of these 14 karat gold findings, but are they really good? And I offer them, look, I'll do a Zoom call with you over the phone. And we do this over the phone. I scan the thing right in front of them, and you can see how it works. So I'm just going to do a quick little demo with a couple of different items right in front of you so you can see how it works and get an idea of the service that we offer. Here's a cap that a customer bought from another supplier, a reputable supplier, and even though, you know, the reputable suppliers in North America, they get stuff from all over the world, right? So little factories here and there, little workshops here and there that they get their products from, and you can never really know for sure what the product is, even though it's purported to be sterling silver, and this was sold to the customer as sterling silver. When they brought it in just for a laugh to play with the analyzer, and we analyzed it, it was kind of shocking to discover what was actually in here. So we're going to do a quick scan of this thing just to show you how this works right now. So come on in. I'm going to put this in the machine just so that some of the material shows up in the viewport here. Okay, so we've got our sample in the analyzer. I'm just going to start the scan. And what's happening right now is the X-ray is bombarding the surface of the piece, actually all the way through the piece. Electrons in there are being thrown off the atoms, and the electrons that replace the ones that have been thrown off by the X-rays have a specific fluorescence. Every element has its own specific signature fluorescence, and the software in the machine is able to tell you exactly which elements are in that alloy. In this case, so the scan is finished, and you can see that in this case the Cu is copper, 68.2% of this is copper, 24% zinc, 6.1% silver, so at least there is some silver in there, and 0.5% germanium, and the numbers on the far end here are just the plus or minus percentages because they're pretty close. We have this thing set up to scan for gold, so it's 0.04 karat gold, which I think that's mostly because trace elements in there, whatever. So you see that even though some items are sold as sterling silver, you know, sterling silver is an alloy of at least 92.5% silver. This only has 6.1% silver, but it's being sold as silver, so you can never really tell. You can always trust that our items are 100% sterling silver or 92.5% silver, at least. Usually it's actually a little bit higher because we normally err 1 or 2% on the side of caution. But I'm going to scan a couple of other things here so you can see how our items compare. Okay, so here's one of our stock 14 karat gold rings. I'm just going to put this in the analyzer. Still has a price tag on it. I'm going to put this in the analyzer. Let's just make sure that we can see that the ring is on top of it. Let me get those stones out of the way. Not that it'll affect the scan, but So we've got our gold ring in the little viewfinder. Just going to start this scan. And again, as it's scanning, it's just measuring the fluorescence of the atoms that are being replaced by the ones that have been busted off the or the electrons that have been busted off the atoms by the X-rays. The nice thing about this is that you don't need to use any of those old scratch tests, or you don't have to melt it down or any of that crazy stuff that you used to have to do in the old days. And this is super accurate too. So 14.12 karat gold is what this is. AU is the elemental signature for gold, 58.8%. I think 14 karat has to be 57.5 is the ratio, or whatever. This is more, a little more. 27.8% copper, 6.9% zinc, and 6.4% silver. And that's it. There's no other nasty elements in here. There's no cadmium or any of those other illegal metals. That's our 14 karat gold ring. Here's a little 18 karat gold bail that we have here. I think I'm just going to put this on the machine. You can have a look at the viewfinder. There's our item. Scan that. And this, we have this running for 30 seconds. You can vary the time that the X-rays are fluorescing the atoms in the different elements. Obviously, the longer the scan, the more accurate. I think most times they say 15 seconds is fine, but we like to run it for 30 seconds just to be absolutely super accurate. This one is turning out to be, wow, pretty dead on. Yeah, 18.04, so 18 karat gold and a bit. For 18 karat gold is 75% gold. This is 75.1, 12% silver, 11.6% copper, and 1% zinc. Okay, finally, here's a little sterling silver ring that we have. This one has some stones in it, and you'll see that the stones don't fluoresce the same way the elemental metals do, because none of the same elements that are in those stones are present in the metal. So this is a sterling silver one. Let me just make sure that shows up in the viewfinder. There's a good piece of it. And we'll start this scan. Yeah, and you can see that, like I said, we always normally when we're mixing our sterling, we err on the side of caution by like 1 or 2%. And remember, sterling silver is just an alloy of at least 92.5% silver. Usually the other 7.5% is some proprietary mix of copper and zinc. Ours, this one turns out to be 94.1% silver, 2.6% copper, 1.9% zinc, and 0.7% platinum. I suspect that's from the rhodium plating that's on the outside of that. But there you go. So better than sterling, more silver than sterling, but it's still sterling.